So what I'll do is I'll do a quick introduction of basically who we are, what we do, and then I'll dive into the new Digital Ethics Gold Badge, which we're launching, and all of the tools that can help you to use IDEA with your students as well. So I'm just going to start with sharing my screen. All right, so idea.org.uk, which is this platform that you see here, is an open access learning platform that is helping people of all stages, all ages, all around the world to develop digital skills, enterprise skills, employability skills, and to help them discover new talents and gain digital confidence for free. IDEA offers fun, bite-sized interactive modules, which is what we call our digital badges, on a range of exciting topics. We are a totally independent charity, which enables us to work with some really exciting industry experts and innovative employers to create these badges, just like we've done with Digital Extra Fund and Scottish Government and some of these other organizations that you can see on screen. This enables learners on IDEA to engage directly with the skills that employers need and can make those companies and sectors feel more approachable and within reach, helping them to raise their aspirations. IDEA can be accessed anytime, anywhere, on any device that is connected to the internet. And IDEA can be accessed and implemented immediately. So it is really quick, easy, simple to just plug and play, whether it's in your lessons, courses, programs, activities, after school clubs. It is really quick and simple to implement. So there are 5 categories of badges on IDEA, which is citizen, maker, worker, entrepreneur, and gamer. And there are 5 modules which can help you to be safe online, identify fake news, learn about animation, graphic design, and understand complex topics like automation, blockchain, and AI, just to name a few. And on IDEA, there are 3 award levels. So as you can see here, we have bronze, silver, and gold. And the badge topics get more specialized and get more difficult as you move through the levels. So it's not yet possible to collect enough gold points to achieve the gold award, but we are continuing to build on the gold badge library, and the digital ethics badge, which we're going to go through later, is our 7th and latest release, which we're really excited about. And learners can do any of the badges at any level when they're on IDEA. So they don't necessarily need to have completed one level before being able to progress to the next or to access the badges at another level. So they really can go in and pick and choose the learning path and the topics that really excite them. So when learners complete IDEA badges, they earn points, which count towards achieving industry-recognized awards that enhance their CV and help them stand out. So this is an example of an IDEA Bronze Award Certificate, which learners or their teachers can download for free digitally, or if they want, they can also order a physical embossed version as well from our shop for it to be mailed to them. So that's one thing that learners can achieve when they do badges on IDEA, either the bronze, silver, or eventually gold award certificates. And the other thing that they can achieve is called the IDEA Record of Achievement. So this is a digital career passport that they can get to download, print, or share a digital live version of with their future employer or maybe an educational institution that they're applying to. So basically, this is something that learners can use to evidence their skills, achievements, and their genuine interest and passion on a specific topic. So on the IDEA platform, the way to access this is if you click on your profile, you'll see a drop down where it says achievements. And here you'll see that you can either download it or get a live link that you can either use or share. And then this is an example of what a record of achievement looks like. So it has all of the badges that a learner has completed, all of the skills that they've learned that are associated with it. So there are skills tags associated with each badge, the date that it was completed, and any awards that they achieved will appear on the record of achievement as well. So since launching in 2017, IDEA has gained more than 1.8 million learners who have completed more than 13 million IDEA badges and achieved 160,000 IDEA Bronze and Silver awards. There are more than 8,000 organizations registered who use IDEA for group learning. Also, we're really proud to have already reached over 85,000 learners in Scotland, and we're hoping to reach many more over the years to come. So, two quick fun facts about IDEA. The youngest learner on IDEA is age 6 and the oldest is 93. And on average, one badge is completed every 10 seconds. Okay, so now that you know who we are and how IDEA works, we're going to dive into the new Digital Ethics Gold Badge, which we created with Digital Extra Fund and the Scottish Government. And what I'm going to do now is quickly switch screens. So just bear with me for one moment. Alrighty, so the purpose and the reasons behind why we created this badge is to create an accessible, approachable, fun, yet challenging module that raises awareness of current and potential ethical issues that we all face in our increasingly digital world, and to help learners gain an understanding of what digital ethics is, why it's important, and to help them develop skills and the confidence to be a responsible digital citizen. So we actually already have a bronze level digital ethics badge that teaches the basics of digital ethics, and it goes through a few key case studies. But with this gold badge, it explores the complexities of digital ethics in much more depth. So what I will do now is to give you a little live demo of this badge, and it is already available on the IDEA platform. So we do strongly encourage you to go give this a try after and check it out for yourselves, and to earn your Digital Ethics Gold Badge while you're at it. So this will be the home page when you get to the Digital Ethics Gold Badge. And in this badge, we basically start with telling you what we will cover. So you will learn about the ethical impact that digital innovation can have on individuals, society, and the world as a whole. You'll learn about a digital ethics framework, or what we call a digital ethics guide, that you can learn how to apply and take away with you. You will learn how to connect digital ethics to values and how to translate them into actual actions. You will discover the role of a digital ethicist, find out what they do, who they are, and learn how to think like one. You will get to explore some ethical dilemmas as you take on the role of a digital ethicist at a tech startup. And then finally, you'll get a chance to reflect on how you can be a responsible digital citizen. So when you come down here and click Let's Begin, it'll take you to the first section of the badge. So the first section is, what do you already know about digital ethics? So in essence, it's a little review. So if you've done the Digital Ethics Bronze Badge, this acts as a little quiz / review. But it's not mandatory for you to have done the Digital Ethics Bronze Badge. So you can go right here, and down here you'll see a little multiple choice activity that you'll get to go through, and it'll be a review, but also give you an overview of what digital ethics is to give you that foundational knowledge as well. So as you do these questions and complete these activities, there will be feedback that will guide you throughout. So you will definitely be able to make it through every activity in this badge as long as you follow the guidance and persevere. So after this first section, the second one is learning about the ethical impact of digital innovation. So here it says, the creation and use of digital products, tools, and services can bring about many ethical dilemmas, and that can have a really big impact, whether it's on individuals or whole communities or even the world. So in this section, we've selected 6 very different use cases or case studies of digital innovation. So for example, in this first one, the case study is talking about digitizing welfare services. So the learner will read a quick little case study, And then there will be a list of potential consequences of this digital innovation for the learner to explore. So as the learner reads through them, we want them to think about them and then decide whether the impact is positive or negative. And throughout this process, they'll notice that there are many that actually fall into the gray area, and as does digital ethics, right? It's not always black and white and super simple. A lot of areas do fall into this middle ground gray area. So this encourages the learners to think about this. And once they get through that, you can press continue. And the ones that they don't get right, it'll give you feedback and give the learners a chance to go back, read it again, and fix their answers as well. And then the second part of this activity is to then think about whether this digital innovation and their consequences have a low, medium, or high level of impact on individuals, society, or on the world. So as the learner thinks about this, they can make their selections. And then if you click submit, there will be some feedback that comes up that will allow you to think about this further, get some answers, and it'll help move you on to the next section. So in this section, we'll explore 6 different case studies, and you'll get to ponder the consequences and the level of impact for each one. So moving on, in the third section, we introduce the role of a digital ethicist. So digital ethicist is a relatively new role, and it may appear under different titles, or maybe it's a role in itself. Maybe it's part of a different role within a company. But here we introduce this role, and the learner gets to explore a job description, which has 3 different sections, and the learner reads through it and has to fill in the blanks to complete this job description. So the aim of this activity is for learners to really see what this role is, what it does, what kind of background, what kind of skills are needed and valued, but to also learn that you don't need very specific training. For example, you don't have to have computer science training and a law degree to be able to be a digital ethicist. Actually, there are a lot of skills, very diverse skills that are needed and very valued in this role. So that's what we want learners to learn here. And then moving on, we are learning how to think like a digital ethicist. So we do this by providing a digital ethics guide with 7 steps that a learner can follow. So just to give you a brief overview, this can be applied to any product, situation, service, project, and it's more general at the beginning. It guides the learner through how to think critically about, I'll call it a situation, thinking about its purpose, its benefits, its risks. And then the last 4 sections get more specific into ethics and looking into security and privacy or well-being, transparency, accountability. And the aim for this is for the learner to use this and really be able to extract or identify either the existing or potential ethical issues and their causes. So in the section, they got an overview, and then there are questions within each section for the learner to explore, to try to extract these potential issues or causes. So it really gives them a lot of questions and details to be able to investigate with. And then once they move through this stage, we let the learner put it to the test. So here we use the case study of the like button. The like button that all of us, I would say a lot of us probably use on a daily basis. And it seems like something that is so positive and so simple, right? And straightforward. But is it really? And so here with this case study, the learner has the opportunity to use the digital ethics guide, follow these series of questions, and to really try to pull out what are the existing or potential ethical issues that might come from this digital innovation. So once they've completed that section, we then move to the section called Connecting Digital Ethics to Organizational Values. So as we know, many companies have these values that maybe they put on their website or maybe they put on their wall, but living up to them can be challenging. And whether they do that and whether they're actually um, putting them into action through how they run their business and their day-to-day and how they treat their organizational team, that's a different story. So here we talk about how you can connect digital ethics to organizational goals and how a company can actually turn those into actions. So to put this to the test, the activity here, the learner is presented with 3 organizations. You know what their values are, which are listed down here. And then below is a menu of actions that they can implement. And the learner has to drag and drop them into the corresponding company and values. So they do have to read carefully and think carefully to make sure that they're all placed with the right companies with the right values. After that, we talk about how digital ethics is everyone's job. So it might be easy to assume that being aware of and enacting digital ethics is only the responsibility of those who are specifically trained to do it. But the reality is that actually, no matter where you are in an organization, what role you have, what level you're at, there's something that you can do to play a role and to have the power to make a difference. So the activity here, we have an organizational web with various roles. And the learner has to scroll through this menu of responsibilities and identify the one that that specific person can action or can take on within their role, within this organization, to help play a part in promoting a digitally ethical environment. So as you go through all of them, you just click check, and then any that may not be correct, there will be guidance as well for the learner to go back to get them all right. And then we now move to the second last section of the badge, which is the learner's final challenge as a digital ethicist. So now that the learner has learned about digital ethics, the impacts of digital ethics, what a digital ethicist does, how to think like one, they have a digital ethics framework or a guide that they can use. So now we want to put it to the test. So essentially in this section, the learner has been hired as a digital ethicist by a startup that is getting ready to launch a health and wellness platform. And the platform is not yet launched. However, it is up and ready to go, and they've even had some beta testers who have tested out the platform and given some detailed feedback. So here, there are 2 sections that the learner can go into. One is to explore the platform. So there is a public forum and on this website, and there are also customized meal and exercise plans, essentially, that customers or users, I'll call them, can go to get. And if you go into Explore platform, there are 2 areas that the learners will get to go through. It'll be a series of questions, again, to help them really identify and pull out, okay, are there any existing ethical concerns? Are there any potential ones that maybe this tech startup didn't see that I can identify for them so that we can either address them or prevent them before it's too late? And similarly, on this path, there are 2 beta testers who have given some feedback, a testimonial, and the learner has to read through that and go through a series of questions to find out what may be wrong, what may not be wrong, and what they can do about it from the standpoint of a digital ethicist. So now that the learner has reached the final point in this badge, we really want them to reflect on how to be a responsible digital citizen. So when we came up with the section for the badge, we were thinking, okay, so learner, knowing everything that you know now, what would you do differently? And what are some things that you can come up with that you can implement right away today in your life to become a more a responsible, digital citizen. So here we give a few examples and we have a few questions to try to inspire some thinking. So for example, what would you change about how you use social media? Do you know how your data is stored and used on the apps on your devices? How could you help create a safer digital environment within your community? So down here, we have some spaces where the learner has to come up with and write several actions that they can implement, and they have the opportunity to write more as well. And then when they click submit, their ideas will form a part of a big mural with a bunch of other actions and tips that they can read through and maybe implement themselves or maybe help inspire further reflection as well. And at the very end of the badge, there will be some links to additional resources that you can explore and the learners can explore. And the digital ethics guide that we talked about earlier, there will be a PDF version of that as well that the learner or the teachers can download, send out, or print and use for other projects outside of the badge. So that was a tour of the badge itself. Again, I strongly encourage you guys to go on after and give it a try. And actually, we've already had some really, really lovely feedback from some Scottish teachers. So I'll just share a few of them right now. One of the teachers says that this badge provides great background detail and support for practical subjects. One teacher said that this is actually the only real appearance of digital ethics on their course. So it was very valuable and very useful for them. That it contains a lot of relevant information presented in an informative, easy to access manner. And one teacher says that they use idea badges, just like this one, to supplement their courses within S1 and S2 before providing the pupils with time at the end of the session to complete their awards. So again, we encourage you to log on and give this badge a try. And if you have any questions or feedback, feel free to send them my way, and I'll have my contact details at the very end of this presentation as well. So finally, for those who may be new to IDEA, how do you get started? So we will go through now quickly how you can get set up on IDEA. So I'll just show you here on the slides. So how do I register my organization? So if you already have an account and want to create an organization, you just have to go to idea.org.uk, log into your account, and if you scroll to the very bottom of the page, on the bottom left-hand corner, you'll see organizers here. That's circled in pink. And if you click on that, a screen will pop up that will guide you through step by step on how to create an organization, create your groups, add learners, etc. But if you are new to IDEA, what you can do is, again, go to idea.org.uk and then click the sign up button, and you'll see this screen here that gives you the option to join as a learner or to enroll as an organization. So you just have to click on Enroll Organization, fill out your details here, which is essentially your email address and to create a password to set up your account. And then it'll automatically take you to this page where you can register your organization and fill out all of the details. And then it'll automatically take you to this next step, which you can skip, but you can also do it right away, which is to create your first learner group. So essentially, when you create an organization on IDEA, you can then create learner groups, and you can create as many as you would like, and then invite students to join those groups so that you can go into that learner group and be able to track and manage your learners, see who's in your group, look at their progress, see if they've done the badges that you've assigned, for example, see if they've won their bronze or silver award, basically, track their progress. So if you did want to create a group right away, all you have to do is enter a group name. So for example, I put Morning Course 1. You can also set a group code as well, which is a code that they can use to join your group. And then once you've done that, a URL will automatically generate. So what you see here with the group code and the group URL are two ways that a learner can join your learner group, a specific group. So if you give them a code, then they can go into their IDEA profile, enter this code, and they'll automatically be joined into your group. Or if you supply your students with the URL, if they follow that URL to sign in or to create an account, then they'll also immediately be joined into your group so that you can track and manage their process. So once you've done that, you'll come onto your dashboard page, and this is a new update that we've just added on IDEA, which is a quick guide for IDEA organizers. So everything that you can do and how you do it is included in this really quick tutorial, so you can just go through it, read through it really quickly. You can always come back to it later as well to use as a refresher to get a guide for essentially how to use this learner management portal, which we call the OMS, to track and manage your students. And then if you go through to the end of this tutorial, once you have created a group and your first learner has joined your group and achieved a badge, you'll actually achieve a badge yourself, which is the IDEA Organizer badge. So just to give you an overview of the Learner Management Portal, or the OMS, you'll get access to a dashboard, which you will get a global overview of, so across all of your groups, the total number of learners, the number of team members that are helping you. So team members are like your colleagues who you can invite to join your organization to help you track and manage your learners, the number of groups you have, the total badges that have been completed across all of your learners, the awards that have been won, the breakdown of that, and you can even see things like who the latest bronze award winner is, silver award winner, and the latest badge that was completed. If you click down one further into the Learners tab, you will see a list of all of your learners that are a part of your organization, and then you can go click View to see their progress, their details, and this is also a place where you can view their record of achievement and also download their certificate as well if they've achieved it. And then next is your organizer groups. So if you click onto this tab, you'll see a list of all of the different learner groups that you've created. So for example, here you'll see I've created an example of class 1 and class 2 with the learner group code below it, and you can go into it to view all of the details, or you can also edit group names and the group code at any time as well. So the team members tab is what I just mentioned now, which is where you can invite colleagues or team members to join your organization. And once they've joined your organization, they have full access and same access as you. So they can see all of your learner groups. They can also go in and invite other learners. And basically use this with you to manage your learner groups. There's also an analytics tab where you can download some analytics of your learners. And then here, the tutorial, if you wanted to access it again for a refresher, it's always available here for you as well. So that is a whistle-stop tour of the IDEA Learner Management Portal. And then one more thing that I wanted to introduce to you guys is something that we're offering, which is that you can create your own participation badge. So basically, IDEA accredits events or workshops or activities that help the development of digital enterprise and employability skills. So for example, if you were running an event, you can actually create your own badge with a custom name, your logo, for learners or participants to redeem. So there is a small cost associated, but it is custom and we can design and create it for you. So an experience badge or a participation badge is really good for several reasons. It's an award of a kind that a learner can achieve after they've completed this workshop or activity or course, for example. So it will be reflected on their record of achievement and on their completed badges menu on their own profile. So it's evidence that they've completed this event or activity. It's also a really great way to encourage learners to get on IDEA or to jumpstart their IDEA journey. And with this badge, you're also able to keep track of the number of learners that have redeemed it and their achievements. So it's another way of tracking learners that have participated in a specific workshop, event, or activity as well. And it can be redeemed in several ways. So you can enter the badge code on IDEA. So when we create this badge for you, a unique code will be given to you. You can also click on a URL to redeem it, which is really quick and direct. Or it also comes with a QR code that learners can scan to sign in and then redeem it as well. So I'll leave this up on the screen for a few seconds, just in case someone wants to give it a try. You can pull out your phone or tablet, give it a scan, sign in or create an account just to see how it would work once you've redeemed this badge and to see how it shows up on your profile and on your record of achievement. And then finally, I just want to let you guys know that you can come visit our shop and we have some really fun freebies. You can download IDEA posters for free that you can put in the code for your learner groups and put them on your classroom walls or next to computer stations for students to access. There's also a free IDEA badge brochure that has all of our different award levels and badges on them if you wanted an additional resource or to be able to refer back to it. And then we also sell really fun IDEA badge and IDEA Corky stickers, pin badges, and fancy award certificates. And as a bonus, all of the funding that comes in goes right back into IDEA, into our charity, to make sure that we can keep learning on IDEA free for learners for forever. So I'll stop here.